Hey guys, okay, going to be replacing one of the ignition coils on this 2006 Nissan X Trail today. If you want to skip ahead to me just doing it, just go to the timestamp that I put up here. But quickly, before I do that, I'm just going to diagnose with a little diagnostic tool to show you, just in case you may be having the same problem, how to figure out which cylinder it is if you don't want to replace all 4 coils. So basically what was happening is you'd start the car up in the morning when it's cold, it'd be fine, and then you'd drive it somewhere, park it, and then if you went into a store and then came back out and started it right up again, because the engine is creating heat and starting to heat up the coils, that's usually when they fail, if they're on their way out. And so the car would start up and it would sort of shake, and that's because all the cylinders aren't firing properly, so there's sort of an imbalance happening. So it's a pretty good telltale sign it's one of your coils. It has all new spark plugs. Yeah, you should probably check that first if you're having a misfire condition, but these are all new spark plugs within the last 6 months anyway, so it's definitely the ignition coil, but I'm going to put it onto the diagnostic tool just to see and confirm. Okay, so we're just getting in the car here, and then behind this little panel you'll see a port where you can plug in your diagnostic tool, so we'll plug that in and turn the car to the on position. And you can buy these on like Amazon. This is like a mid-range price one. So we'll click OBD2. So it's an OBD2 scanner. Or you can just go to your dealer and they can tell you which cylinder is misfiring, because that's something you want to know, again, unless you want to replace all 4 coils. But these are super cheap, and if you work on your own cars, it's definitely worth having. So this is just booting up here. Okay, so we got 2 codes. One I know is an emissions code that's just been on forever. Not too worried about it. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that there, but yeah, we got cylinder 4 misfire detected. So now we know it's cylinder 4, and I'm pretty certain it's not the spark plug, so I think it's the coil, especially because we have that heating up condition, and it only happens when the vehicle's warm. So we're going to go ahead and replace the coil. So if you're wondering what the part number is and what it looks like, this is the ignition coil. There's one on each cylinder, and this one happens to be a Napa, and I'm in Canada, and it's a 1C or IC480. Okay, so your coils are behind this little shroud. It has 3 10mm bolts, 1, 2, 3. Just got to remove that. So here are your 4 ignition coils, 1, 2, 3, 4, starting at the fan belt side, left-hand side. So yeah, cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4. For us, it's ignition coil number 4, so that's the one we're going to replace. And 10mm bolt. Go ahead and remove that. And there's the old coil. And I made another video on this, but when you're replacing your spark plugs, they're obviously down in those little socket compartments. So we'll place the new one in there. Reinstall the bolt. Put your connector back on. Reinstall the cover. Okay, and then you don't have to do this, but I'm going to clear the code with my scan tool here. So we'll start the vehicle. And if you don't have a scan tool, it'll automatically clear itself once the issue goes away. It may take a little while, but it'll go away. So go back here, go erase codes. And I can already feel the car isn't vibrating anymore, so I'm pretty certain that it's working, and the engine was quite hot there when I was working on it, so I think that fixed the problem. So I'll just keep an eye out for it, for any issues that come up. If the check engine light comes on again, then obviously we have a different issue, but hope that video helped you guys out. And if you have any questions about this, just leave a comment in the comments. Thanks.